Hello friends, welcome to Kurt Berglund's Baseball World. And tonight is Monday Night Baseball, but we have a very special edition of Monday Night Baseball tonight. And that's because we may be at the last day of our 1967 pennant race replay with Inside Pitch. Now, I say we may be there because we are up to October 1st in the schedule. It's the last day of the regular season. And here are the standings that matter. As you can see, the Chicago White Sox are currently in first place with a record of 92 and 69. Now that gives them a one-game advantage over the only team that can catch them. That is the Boston Red Sox, who are at 91 and 70. Now below that, you can see that the schedule for today, October 1st, includes the Minnesota Twins at the Boston Red Sox, and the game we are doing tonight, the Washington Senators at the Chicago White Sox. So, if there are three possibilities, my friends. There are three possibilities. The first possibility is that the White Sox win tonight over the Senators and the race is over. The Sox clinched with a victory over the Senators with 93 wins and 69 losses. But that might not happen. If the Senators win, then tomorrow night, Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Central, we are going to play the other game that matters from October 1st, Minnesota Twins at the Boston Red Sox. And that one promises to be a gem. We have a pair of 1960s elite right-handers going in that game. Dean Chance for the Twins and Jim Lonborg for the Red Sox. But that game doesn't mean anything if the White Sox win tonight. So if the White Sox lose tonight, tomorrow night, it'll be the Twins at the Red Sox. If the White Sox lose tonight and the Red Sox win tomorrow night, then we will have a tie at the top for 92 wins. And we will need a one-game playoff on Wednesday night between the White Sox and the Red Sox. But we're a ways from there yet. We have to do tonight's game first. It's the Washington Senators in Chicago at Comiskey Park taking on the Chicago White Sox. The pitchers for the Senators will be young Dick Bosman. Now you might think that it's odd to be throwing a youngster in a big pennant race game, but Dick Bosman in 1967 was the real deal. With an ERA of 1.75 in just 51 innings. He was about the best Gil Hodges had. For the White Sox, their number 2 man, and that's Joe Horlen. He was 19 and 7 with a 2.06 ERA. In real life, of course, he threw a no-hitter in September against the Detroit Tigers. This guy was tough. So it's Bosman versus Horlen, Senators versus White Sox, Comiskey Park on Monday Night Baseball. Should be fun. The White Sox win, it's all over. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups. Visiting Senators against the right-hander Joe Horlen. Leading off in center field, it's Ed Stroud. Batting second, Frank Coggins at second base. Frank Howard will bat third in left field. Fred Valentine will bat fourth in right field. Mike Epstein will bat fifth at first base. Ken McMullen will bat sixth at third base. Doug Camilli will bat seventh. He's behind the plate. Tim Cullen will bat eighth. He's going to play shortstop. And on the mound, it's Dick Bosman. Dick Bosman's numbers in 1967 look like this. 3-1, 1.75 ERA, 51 innings of work, only 38 hits, and look at that walk total, 8 in 50 innings of work. All right, for the homestanding White Sox, Tommy A.G. will lead off in center field. Don Buford bats second at second base. Tommy McCraw bats third at first base. Rocky Colavito bats fourth in right field. Ken Boyer bats fifth at third base. Ron Hansen bats sixth. He's at shortstop. J.C. Martin does the catching tonight. He will bat seventh. And Ken Berry will bat eighth and play left field. Joe Horlin on the mound. Joe Horlin was actually a pinch hitter at times for the White Sox in this period of time. He was 19-7, no saves, but a 2.06 ERA in 258 innings of work. 35 starts for Joe Horlin in 1967. October 1st, 1967, Horlin winds and deals to Ed Stroud. It's a strikeout check, and that's going to be too high. So Stroud swings and lifts one in the air to right field. Rocky Colavito over by the right field line is going to make the catch, and there's one down in the Senators' first. We are underway. Horlin winds and deals to second baseman Frank Coggins. That's a ballpark check. And there's our Comiskey Park card. Tapper out in front of the plate. J.C. Martin pounces on it and fires to Tommy McCraw for out number 2 in the first. Here's Frank Howard. Big Frank Howard. Hondo. Horlin winds and deals. That's an open result on his card. Hondo swings and hits it on the ground to Don Buford. He loves it and throws to Tommy McCraw. And the Senators are done in the first. A 1-2-3 first inning for Joe Horlin. Dick Bosman coming out for inning number 1 of his, facing A.G. Buford and McCraw for the White Sox. Eddie Stanky at the helm of the White Sox. There's a base hit for A.G. He's on to start the bottom of the first. He is a threat to run. We'll check Camille's arm. It is a 0. So A.G.'s going to work on his lead. Buford takes the first pitch. A.G. needs a 7. He gets it. There he goes. 16 or less. He's in there safely, and he steals second base. So he's in scoring position with nobody out. For Don Buford, the Red Sox and the Twins watching on their televisions from Boston. Bosman the stretch. The delivery to Buford is an error check on the throw. Starline 2, ground ball third. 20's going to be too high. Ken McMullen makes the throw to Mike Epstein, and there's one down. A.G. has to hold on the grounder to third. So now it's Tommy McCraw coming to the plate. Bosman the stretch, and the delivery error and a grounder. McCraw, ground ball, hit to Coggins, but 16's too high. So Coggins is going to make the throw to Mike Epstein while A.G. moves to third, and there's 2 outs now in the Sox first for Rocky Colavito, the cleanup hitter. Bosman's going to go from the windup and the delivery, and that's grounded to Tim Cullen at shortstop. The Senator shortstop fires to Mike Epstein, and the Sox threaten but do not score in the first. We're scoreless after 1 at Comiskey Park. In the Senator's second, it's Valentine, Epstein, and McMullen. Horlin winds and deals. That'll be an open result on Horlin's card. So Valentine hits it to right, curving away from Rocky Colavito, but he catches up to it for out number 1. Mike Epstein up now. Horlin winds and deals. A strikeout check, but an 18 is too high. Epstein swings and hits it on the ground to Don Buford to his left. Plants and throws to McCraw for out number 2 in the second inning. Ken McMullen up now. 2 outs in the second. Horlin winds and deals. Error check. McMullen Ground ball to Buford. Buford gloves it, but throws it in the dirt, and Tommy McCraw can't dig it out. It's an E4. And so McMullen is safe on the 2-out error. That'll bring up Camilli. Horland the stretch. Checks McMullen. The delivery to Camilli is open. So Doug's going to swing. And it's a base hit through Ken Boyer. Ken Boyer, yep, that's by him. So now we got to check McMullen's speed. It is a 3 with 2 outs. That'll make him a 4. And he will hold at second base with 2 outs for Tim Cullen. On deck is Dick Bosman. Horland the stretch. The delivery to Cullen is a strikeout check. It's a 9. That's a little bit too high. Cullen swings, and it's a base hit to right field. Look at the scrappy Senators. McMullen is around third. The throw coming from Colavito. Oh, and that will... 4. The trailing runner is Camilli. I don't think he's a 4. He is not, so he will stop at second. And it's an RBI single for Tim Cullen, scoring McMullen from second. Camilli will stop at second. Still 2 on now for Dick Bosman. The unearned run breaks the Senators on top, and the Red Sox are clapping in Boston. The delivery is a 2. Hey, struck him out, and that gets Horland out of the mess, but the Senators do get a run on a pair of hits. They leave 2. A costly Don Buford error leads to the run. We go to the bottom of the second. It's 1-0 Senators. See how Dick Bosman reacts to his newfound riches. Ken Boyer up, then Ron Hansen, then J.C. Martin. Righty, righty, lefty. The pitch from Bosman is an open result. Boyer, base hit to left. He's on. Another leadoff hit for the White Sox. Ron Hansen comes to the plate. Bosman the stretch. Senator infield moves to double play depth. The pitch to Hansen is a ballpark check. Hit in the air to center. Under it is Ed Stroud, the man they call the Creeper. And there's 1 out. Boyer returns to first. Now it's J.C. Martin, the Sox catcher tonight. Bosman the stretch, and the delivery is an error check. Those error check numbers are awfully high. Line drive caught by McMullen. Is Boyer going to get back? He needs a 3 to double him up. No, I'm sorry. That's not true. He needs a... He's on first. It's to third base. McMullen fires to Epstein, and they double him up with a rally-killing, soul-crushing line-out double play, 5-3 style. Bosman claps his glove, and the Sox are done in the second. We go to the third. It's 1-0 Washington. In a game that the Red Sox need the Senators to win, or the season is over. Top of the order for Washington in the third. Horland winds and delivers. Strikeout check, too high. Stroud swings, ground ball. Tommy McCraw is going to take it himself, and there's 1 gone in the Senators' third. Frank Coggins coming to the plate. 0 for 1. Horland winds and deals. Strikeout check. Hey, struck him out. 2 for Horlin, and 2 gone now in the Washington third. Now it's Howard. Hondo is 0 for 1. Horlin winds and deals. Ballpark check. Ground ball. Don Buford gloves it, throws to McCraw, and that'll retire Washington in inning number 3. So the bottom of the White Sox order coming up, Barry, Horlin, and then the top with AG in the bottom of the third. Ken Berry, 241 on the 67 season. That's going to be a star line result. Ground ball hit to McMullen. Ken's got it and fires to Epstein for out number 1. Joe Horlin, 169 average. Not a bad hitter. Bosman winds and deals. Home run check, 17, way too high. Hit in the air to right. This is Fred Valentine country, and he makes the catch for out number 2. Tommy A.G. coming up, 1 for 1 with a stolen base. Bosman's pitch, star line result. And it's hit in the air to left. Frank Howard in his tracks will make the catch for out number 3. After 3, 1-0 Washington. Valentine, Epstein, and McMullen coming for Washington in the 4th. Valentine 0 for 1. Horlin winds and deals. This is a star line result. Ground ball to Ken Boyer. He gloves it and throws to Tommy McCraw for out number 1. Horlin has allowed 2 hits. That's it. So has Bosman. Horlin winds and deals. Range check to the kitchen. Oh my God, I smell gas. Line drive. Buford. Is it going to get by him? Buford's range at second is a 2. It's by him. That's a base hit. So Epstein is on with a 1-out single, and now it'll be McMullen. Double play candidate if Horlin gets him to hit it on the ground. He's 0 for 1. He reached on an error with 2 outs in the second, but did come around and score the Senators' run. That is a single if he's fatigued, but he's not. And it's a base hit to left for McMullen. Drops in front of Ken Berry, so Epstein's running matters. He's a 3. And he's not going to try it. He's back to a 1. So first and second for Camilli now. Horlin in a 4th inning jam. Horlin the stretch and the delivery to Camilli. It's a range check at the ballpark. Hit in the air to left. On the run is Berry. Ken Berry is a 4 in left field. It drops. Base hit, and it might be extra bases. It is extra bases. Scoring is Epstein. Let's see what happens here. So McMullen has a chance to score. And so that is a double to left, a D7. So it's a -1 coming home. He will hold, and it's 2-0 Senators with runners at second and third and 1 out for Tim Cullen. Cullen is an adept bunter. Horlin in a king-size jam now, and action starts in the White Sox bullpen. They do not want to let this get up to leave this up to the Twins and the Red Sox game. So Don McMahon and Wilbur Wood start to throw in the Sox bullpen. We're in the top of the fourth. Sox infield is playing in. Tim Cullen at the plate. Horlin the stretch. The delivery is a walk check. That's too high. Cullen swings. Ground ball short. And that's a suicide mission for McMullen coming home, so he's going to hold. Hansen fires to McCraw, and there are now 2 outs for Dick Bosman. Horlin's a good pitch away from getting out of this. The stretch, the delivery to Bosman, and hey, struck him out. But the Senators get another run. On 3 hits, they leave 2. And after 3.5, it's 2-0 Senators at Comiskey Park, October 1st, 1967. Drama, drama, drama. So, it's Buford, McCraw, and Colavito in inning number 4 for the White Sox. Not easy. Don Buford, 0 for 1 today. Bosman winds and deals. Does he walk him? He does. So there's a good start for the White Sox. A leadoff walk in the 4th inning. Now it's McCraw. He's had a lot of clutch hits for the White Sox. Bosman the stretch, and the delivery to McCraw is a ballpark check. Ground ball second, that's Coggins. So Coggins will feed Cullen, who's a 0 on the pivot. Bosman's a +1 on a double play chance. McCraw is a 1, plus the positioning makes it a 3. So Coggins goes to Cullen for 1. No, he doesn't. He turns and throws to Epstein, and that retires McCraw at first base. Buford was already sliding into second. So now the Sox have a man in scoring position with 1 out for Colavito, who's 0 for 1. Bosman the stretch, and the delivery to Rocky Colavito. Star line. Hit in the air to left. Holding is Buford. Under it is Howard, and there's 2 outs. And now it's Boyer. Ken Boyer at bat with a chance for a ribby. Bosman the stretch. The delivery to Boyer is a walk check, and that's too high. Boyer hits it on the ground to Tim Cullen. He's up with it and throws to Epstein, and that will retire the White Sox in inning number 4. So after 4 complete, the Senators carry a 2-0 lead. And it'll be the top of the Senators' order in the 5th. Stroud, Coggins, and Howard. Horlin winds and deals. Open result. Stroud swings and hits it on the ground to Tommy McCraw. He gloves it to his right. He feeds Horlin covering, and there's 1 down in the Washington 5th. Frank Coggins up. He's 0 for 2. Horlin winds and deals. Hey, struck him out. Number 4 for Horlin. And 2 gone in the 5th. And here comes Hondo, Frank Howard. Horlin winds and deals. Walk check of 14 is too high. Hondo swings and hits it on the ground to Ron Hansen. He plants and throws to Tommy McCraw, and that will end the Washington fifth. We're halfway through this one. We have a little bit of an upset in the making. It's Washington 2, Chicago nothing. Watching intently in Boston on those black and white portables, the Red Sox and the Twins. Hansen, Martin, and Barry, 6, 7, 8 up for the White Sox in the fifth. Bosman winds and deals. That's a walk check, but a 20 is too high. Hansen swings. Ground ball, Tim Cullen. He's up with it and throws to Epstein for out number 1. J.C. Martin is 0 for 1, lined into a double play back in the second. Sox have 2 hits. A.G. has 1, Boyer has 1. Bosman's pitch is a range check at the ballpark. It's a range check. And that is grounded to Epstein. Mike's going to flip to Bosman covering, and there's 2 gone in the Sox fifth. Here's Ken Berry looking for a little help from Larry Storch today. Berry 0 for 1. Bosman, the wind and the delivery. Strikeout check. Too high. Berry goes the other way and drops a single to right in front of Fred Valentine. And with 2 outs, he's aboard for Horlin. Now, they could hit for Horlin here. The bullpen is deep for the White Sox, but they're not going to. Bosman the stretch and the delivery. It's a walk check. 13's too high. Horlin swings. Base hit to center field. He bangs a single. Drops in front of Stroud. And Barry's going to turn on the afterburners. See what Stroud does. Oh, no, he doesn't. He puts on the brakes. So, Barry stops. That'll bring up A.G. with 2 outs. Bosman in his first jam of the evening. 2 outs, 2 on for A.G., who's 1 for 2. Bosman the stretch and the delivery is a strikeout check, and hey, struck him out. Number 1 for Bosman, and he picked a good time for it. We've played 5 complete. The score, Washington 2, Chicago nothing. We go to the 6th. And we're going to do the old Dipsy Doodle. There we go. So Valentine, Epstein, and McMullen in the Washington 6th inning. Coming up. Joe Horlin winds and deals to the 0 for 2 Fred Valentine. That's an open result. Valentine swings and hits it on the ground to Ken Boyer to his left. He gloves it. Throws to Tommy McCraw for out number 1. Here's Epstein. 1 for 2. He has scored a run. The pitch from Horlin. Strikeout check, and hey, struck him out. Number 5 for Horlin. 7 in a row retired for the White Sox right-hander, and Ken McMullen comes to the plate now in the 6th with 2 outs. Horlin winds and deals a walk check. 14 is too high. McMullen swings and lines a base hit to left. Ken Berry collects it and throws it back in as Doug Camilli makes his way to the home plate. Horlin the stretch, the delivery to the light-hitting catcher who happens to be 2 for 2, and hey, struck him out. Number 6 for Horlin. We've played 5.5. Washington 2, Chicago nothing. Buford, McCraw, and Calavito 2, 3, 4 coming for Chicago in the 6th. Buford 0 for 1. The pitch from Bosman is a ballpark check. And that's going to be a rare play with nobody on base. 5-3 is a slow roller to the pitcher who possibly bobbles, then possibly throws wild to first, but he doesn't have any errors. So he's going to make that play to first base and retire Buford for the first out in the sixth. If you're wondering about fatigue, and really who isn't, 28 batters for Bosman, 18 he's faced 20 so far. Coming up now is McCraw, 0 for 2 in the game, a pair of groundouts to Coggins at second base. Bosman winds and deals. This is a strikeout check. And too high, so hit in the air to center. Stroud, the creeper, calls for it and makes the catch for out number 2. Bosman up now, or Bosman facing Calavito 0 for 2. The pitch to the Rock is a range shot to the kitchen. I smell gas. Oh my God, we're going to explode. Hit to third. Ken McMullen on a range check. He is a 5. He makes the play to his left. He throws to Epstein, and that retires the White Sox in inning number 6. Wow, after 6 complete, they're feeling better in Boston, but not quite there yet. 2-0 Washington. Horland back out. His stamina is 28, and he has faced 25. So Wood and McMahon get throwing again. Cullen is 1 for 2. He's in there right now. The pitch from Horland is a strikeout check, but a 15 is too high. Ground ball, Ron Hansen. To his right from the hole, he guns it to McCraw, and they get Cullen by a step. There's one gone. Now it's Bosman. The pitch to Dick Bosman is a strikeout check, and hey, struck him out. Number 7. Bosman's got the hat trick, but the Red Sox don't care because he's throwing a shutout. Stroud in there now, 0 for 3. Orland winds and deals. This is an open result. And hitting here to center. It's a dying Quail. In comes AG, and a diving catch for Tommy AG. Retires the Senators in the 7th. We're time to stretch them out. At Comiskey Park, no sign of Nancy Faust, so they're going to have to take me out to the ball game without her. Boyer, Hansen, and Martin, righty, lefty, coming up against Bosman in the bottom of the 7th. It's getting late for Chicago. Boyer 1 for 2. The pitch to Ken is a strikeout check, and hey, struck him out. Number 2 for Bosman. 1 gone in the 7th. Hansen up 0 for 2. Bosman's pitch, error check. Hit on the ground to Ken McMullen. There's no way a 12 is in his range for an error. But I'll check it. He's an 8. He gloves it. He throws to Epstein, and there's 2 down. 6 in a row retired for Bosman coming down the stretch. J.C. Martin up now 0 for 2. But he's reaching the fatigue area, so we'll see what happens. Pitch to Martin is an open result. 3-4 against the left-handed batter is grounded to third. McMullen again to his left, gloves it, fires to Epstein, and that retires the White Sox in inning number 7. We go to the 8th with your score: Washington 2, Chicago nothing. Horland on an extremely short leash. Eddie Stanky on the top step of the dugout, but he is back out to face Coggins, Howard, and Valentine in the 8th. Senators looking for insurance, or as they say in central Illinois, insurance. Horland winds and deals to the 0 for 3 Coggins. Base hit, and that is going to do it. Stanky's out of the dugout before Coggins even reaches first base. And it's going to be Don McMahon. McMahon will bat ninth. He will bat ninth. Horland's day is done. We'll tell you about him in just a second. McMahon comes in to do his warm-up pitches. Horland's day, 7+ innings, 6 hits allowed, 2 runs allowed, 1 earned, 1 unearned. Didn't walk anybody, struck out 7. And Coggins at first base is his responsibility. Don McMahon is acquired, ironically enough, from the Red Sox during the 1967 season for Jerry Adair. 6-2 record, 5 saves, and a 1.97 ERA. Howard 0 for 3. The pitch from McMahon is a strikeout plus, and hey, struck him out. 1 gone in the 8th. Now it's Valentine. Wilbur Wood continues to throw in the White Sox bullpen. He has been joined by Bob Locker. Fred Valentine up 0 for 3. McMahon the stretch, and the delivery is a home run check, but it's way too high. Valentine swings and hits it on the ground to Buford. So we got 0 there, 1 there. Hansen is at double play depth, but he does not have any pivot points, so it's a 2. Buford goes to Hansen for 1 at second. The relay to McCraw is in time with a nice stretch by McCraw to double up Valentine by a half a step. A rally-killing, soul-crushing 4-6-3 double play turned by the White Sox. And that gets them out of trouble in the 8th. Bosman out now to continue his efforts to shut out the White Sox. McMahon's day will be done. In the on-deck circle is Ken Berry's going to bat, but Pete Ward is on deck to pinch hit for McMahon. Then it'll be AG. Bosman, 3 batters away from fatigue. Berry is 1 for 2. The wind and the delivery is a Starline result. Berry makes contact but doesn't hit it hard. McMullen charges hard. Bear hands it, fires to Epstein, and there's 1 gone in the Sox 8th. Pete Ward coming up to hit for McMahon. Locker and Wood still throwing in the Sox bullpen. One of the two will be the new pitcher in the 9th. Bosman winds and deals. Got to the kitchen. Oh my God, it's a rain check. I smell gas. Hit in the air to left. That's Howard on the run. Hondo is a 2. He gets there for out number 2 in the 8th. Up now is AG. Buford on deck if he should reach. We're in the bottom of the 8th. There's 2 gone. Bosman winds and delivers. It's a strikeout check, but too high. AG with a base hit to left field. Keeps the 8th inning alive, and now it'll be Buford with McCraw on deck if Buford should reach. Bosman running on fumes. And that's going to get the Senators bullpen busy. Gil Hodges on the phone. He wants Bob Humphreys and Daryl Knowles to be throwing in the bullpen. Lefty-righty double-barreled action, just the way I like it. Buford 0 for 2. AG at first, Bosman the stretch, and the delivery is a strikeout check, but a 19 is too high. Buford swings, and it's a base hit to left. Stopping at second is AG, and the go-ahead run is going to come to the plate. And Tommy McCraw, Calavito is on deck. Drama at Comiskey. One more batter, maybe, for Bosman. McCraw's 0 for 3. AG at second, Buford at first. The pitch to Tommy McCraw is a double question mark. That's too high, and the 19. So McCraw will swing and hit a base hit to center field. A base hit to center field drops in front of the creeper, Ed Stroud. So that will be for AG. He will score because he's got a base running rating right now of about 10. So that'll drive home the first run of the day for the White Sox. Let's see what happens to Buford. He's a 4. -1 going to third. +1 for 2 outs. We'll check Stroud's throwing. That's a 0. They're going to push it and see what happens. And he will get to third base. Sox at the corners for Calavito with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. McCraw at first base has become, all of a sudden, the lead run. Here comes Gil Hodges out of the dugout, and he wants the knuckleballer, Bob Humphreys, to take over. Interesting call because there is a base runner on third base who is the tying run, and knuckleballers can throw wild pitches. But let's see if it works out. Knowles continues to throw. The left-hander for the Senators, and Dave Baldwin joins him for more lefty-righty double-barreled action just the way I like it. So let's reset the stage. 2-1 Senators, bottom of the 8th. We have 3 consecutive singles that have plated the Sox first run in Tommy AG. Calavito's at the plate, Buford's at third, McCraw's at first. Good speed on the bases. Humphreys, 6-2 with 4 saves and a .417 ERA in 1967. The book on Bosman is 7 2/3 innings, 7 hits. He walked 1, he struck out 2. AG, Buford and McCraw are his responsibility. He could win the game, or he could lose the game, or he could have no decision. Humphreys the stretch. Here comes the flutter ball to Rocky Calavito. And that's to left and deep. Did he get it? No, he didn't get it. It's gonna be Stroud on the warning track making the catch, and that will retire the Sox in the 8th. One more biscuit for breakfast, and Rocky Calavito gives the Sox maybe the pennant. But no. So we go to the 9th with the score: Washington 2, Chicago 1. Still anybody's ball game. Wilbur Wood is coming out. So Pete Ward is going to play first base in the 9th inning. In the event his bat may prove handy later on. So McCraw's day is done. Wilbur Wood is going to take on Epstein for lefty-lefty action. McMahon went 1 inning, struck out a batter, that's it. Wood will bat third in the order in McCraw's spot. Locker continues to throw. He has been joined by Hoyt Wilhelm. We have a 2-1 game in the ninth. The Sox trail by a run. The Red Sox nervously on the edge of their seats in their clubhouse in Boston. Dick Williams has the vaping materials out. And it'll be Epstein, then McMullen, then Camilli, unless Washington goes to the bench in the ninth inning. Wood throws his footer ball. Epstein, strike guy, struck him out. 1 gone in the ninth. Now it's McMullen. Here comes Eddie Stanky. He wants Bob Locker. So Wood does his job by retiring Epstein, and here comes Locker. The short man, most of the season for the White Sox, was 7-5 with 20 saves and a 2.09 ERA. He's taking on McMullen now, who's 2 for 3. Locker winds and deals. Open result. McMullen will swing and hit it on the ground to Pete Ward. He will flip to Locker covering, and there's 2 gone in the Washington ninth. Now it's Doug Camilli, 2 for 3. Locker winds and deals. Strikeout check, and hey, struck him out. We go to the bottom of the ninth. With your score, Washington 2, Chicago 1. Humphreys back out to face Boyer, Hansen, and Martin. But Baldwin and Knowles are both ready in the Washington bullpen. 2-1. Sox need a run to keep it going. Okay. Boyer is 1 for 3. He leads off against Humphreys. The pitch to Ken is an open result. Base hits through second baseman Frank Coggins. And the leadoff batter is on in the White Sox ninth. Boyer with a single. Now we're going to see a pinch runner, I think, for Mr. Boyer. See who the likely suspects would be. Buddy Bradford is going to pinch run for Boyer. And he, in 1967, he could fly. So that's going to cause all sorts of problems for the White Sox, for the Senators, especially because Humphrey's specialty is a knuckleball. All right, so Bradford at first. Camilli's arm is a 0. He's going to try for the jump. He gets the jump. There he goes. Hansen takes strike 1. The throw down is not in time. Bradford steals second, and he's in scoring position for Hansen. Now, they could hit for Hansen here. But if they do that, that brings Daryl Knowles into the game. And I don't think they want that. So they're going to let Hansen rip. He's 0 for 3. J.C. Martin is in the on-deck circle. He is a left-handed batter. That could get Knowles in the game. Hansen's 0 for 3. The Sox need a run. Bradford's at second. There's nobody. I should put him in the scorebook. There's nobody out. In the bottom of the ninth, Sox fans on their feet. Red Sox on their feet. Humphreys the stretch, and the delivery is a Starline result. Ground ball, Coggins to his left, throws to Epstein, and that retires Hansen as Bradford moves to third base. All right, so with one out, Bradford's at third. And here comes J.C. Martin to the plate. And here comes Gil Hodges out of the dugout. And he's going to go to his left-hander, Darrell Knowles. So Humphreys pitches 2/3 of an inning, allows a hit. That's it. And maybe a run. Bradford is his responsibility on third base. The Senators are going to move everybody in the infield. Outfield's going to play at normal depth. J.C. Martin is being called back to the dugout. We're going to see a pinch hitter for J.C. And it's going to be Walt Williams. Ken Berry is in the on-deck circle now. So Walt Williams will bat for Martin. He hit .240 with 3 home runs in the 1967 season. Ken Berry's on deck. Pete Ward will follow, maybe. Buddy Bradford's at third. The infield is in. Knowles, the stretch. The delivery to Walt Williams is an error check. Ground ball hit to Tim Cullen. Tim Cullen's error number at short is a 13. That's a 1. He boots it off the heel of his glove. Scoring is Buddy Bradford, and we're all tied at 2. Walt Williams is safe at first. And the Red Sox are dejected in the clubhouse in Boston. Now it's Ken Berry. The Senators, so the Red Sox are hoping now for extra innings. That's their best hope. The White Sox are going to try and walk it off. Berry's 1 for 3. Knowles 6 and 8 with 14 saves and a .270 ERA. There's one out. Berry's up and Ward is on deck. No sign of the Beaver. Knowles the stretch, and the delivery to Ken Berry is a strikeout check, but a 17 is too high. Berry swings, and it's a comebacker. It's a comebacker to Darrell Knowles. So he won't get a point for double play depth. No, he won't. And Cullen is a 0 on the pivot. So we have 2 and 1, and so it's 3. Knowles turns and fires to Cullen. They get an out there. The relay to Mike Epstein is in time for a bottom of the 9th, rally-killing, soul-crushing double play, and we are going to have an extra inning game on the last day of the season to help determine the pennant winner. Yikes. 2-2 ball game. It's ballet time. All right, so let's see what we got here. We got Buddy Bradford. We got Walt Williams. We got Pete Ward. So Buddy Bradford's done. They need a third baseman. So let's see. They got Al Weiss, Wayne Causey. Al Weiss is not a third baseman. Dick Kenworthy is the third baseman. Wayne Causey's not a third baseman. They got to go with Kenworthy. All right, so it's Kenworthy. They could do Buford. That's what they could do. They could move Buford to third, and they're going to do it. All right, so there's no Kenworthy. They're going with Al Weiss at second. And he will bat in the 7th spot in the order. Buford moves to third. What do we need? We need a catcher. We need a catcher. And that will be Jerry McNertney. And McNertney will bat in the 5 spot. All right, so the defense for the White Sox, after all that, will be McNertney behind the plate, Pete Ward at first, Al Weiss at second, Ron Hansen at third, Don Buford at third. Al Weiss at second, Ron Hansen at short, Don Buford at third. Left field, Ken Berry, center field, Tommy Agee, and right field, Rocky Colavito. On the mound is still Bob Locker. All right, so the Senators need a run to take the lead and to let Dick Williams stop vaping in the Boston dugout. So they're going to take a look at their bench, which I assure you is not a deep one. Darrell Knowles will be up second in the inning, and then Ed Stroud. All right. So Bob Chance is going to bat for Cullen. And Dick Nen is in the on-deck circle to bat for Darrell Knowles here in the 10th. Pair of left-handed pinch-hitting specialists for Gil Hodges. Locker winds and deals to Bob Chance. That's a foul ball. Range check. Chance hits it to right and deep, and it's going to get over Colavito's head unless he can catch up to it. He cannot. It one-hops the wall. Chance around first. He's got a leadoff double, and now we're going to see a runner for him at second base. That will be new shortstop Ed Brinkman, running for Chance and doubtless going in to play shortstop in the bottom of the 10th. Here comes Dick Nen. First base is open. Hoyt Wilhelm throwing his flutter ball in the bullpen. Locker the stretch. The delivery is an open result on Locker. Nen swings, and it's grounded to first. Pete Ward is going to take it himself for out number 1. Brinkman advances to third, and now the White Sox infield has to play in. The creeper is at the plate. It's Ed Stroud. Locker the stretch. The delivery to Stroud is a ballpark check. Hit in the air to left. Ken Berry is under it. Tagging is Brinkman. Stroud has a sac fly rating of a 2. That's not going to work. Tagging is Brinkman, and no, Brinkman will hold. Not deep enough, and Ken Berry makes a nice throw in to Jerry McNertney, and that's out number 2. Now it's Frank Coggins, and we're going to see another pinch hitter for Coggins. It's going to be Jim King, left-handed hitting outfielder, with definite pop in his bat. Will bat for Coggins. Locker the stretch. The delivery. Does he hit him? He does hit him. He just dotted Jim King, and he goes down to first base, which by itself isn't that big a deal, except it brings up Frank Howard, and that is a big deal because he's their best hitter. Senators at the corners, Brinkman at third, King at first. We're going to get a runner for King. And that will be Savarin. So it's Brinkman at third, Savarin at first, 2 outs. Locker in a jam. No other way to put it. Probably his last batter one way or the other. Wilhelm is ready. Locker the stretch. The delivery to Howard is a strikeout check, and hey, struck him out. Bob Locker gets into and out of trouble in the 10th. And now the White Sox have a chance to walk this thing off. Savarin will go in and play second base. Brinkman will go in and play shortstop. And we're going to need a new Senators pitcher, and that's going to be Dave Baldwin, the right-hander. Drama on the last day of the season. So Knowles is done after 2/3 of an inning. Baldwin is on. He will bat 9th in the order. The Senators' defense now looks like this. It's Camilli behind the plate, Epstein at first, Savarin at second, Brinkman at short, McMullen at third, Howard in left, Stroud in center, Valentine in right. And on the mound, it's Dave Baldwin, who is 2-4 with 12 saves and a 1.70 ERA in 1967 in 62 innings. He will face Pete Ward, Tommy Agee, and Don Buford, and there is no action in the Senator bullpen. It's Dave Baldwin's show. All right. Any old kind of a run wins the pennant for the White Sox. We're in the bottom of the 10th. Pete Ward up. His only other at bat today, he flew out to left. The pitch to Pete from Baldwin is an open result against the left-handed hitting Ward. Ground ball, Savarin. He gloves it to his left and throws to Epstein for out number 1. Tommy Agee, 2 for 4, coming up. Baldwin winds and deals to the center fielder. It's a strikeout, and hey, struck him out. 2 gone. Buford now. On deck is Locker, but he will not bat. Smokey Burgess is standing in the on-deck circle, pinch hitter extraordinaire. The pitch from Baldwin, hey, struck him out. We're going 11 on October 1st, the last day of the season. All right, so in the 11th, there will be a new White Sox pitcher. We're going to get a double switch here. No, we're not. It's going to be Wilhelm batting in the 3rd spot. No action in the White Sox bullpen. It's all up to Hoyt. And that's not a bad thing in 1967. He was mighty tough. 8-3, 12 saves, a 1.31 ERA. Locker went an inning and 2/3, a hit, 2 strikeouts, and a hit by pitch. Didn't allow any runs. He can't win it or lose it. It's a 2-2 game, top of the 11th. For the Senators, it's Valentine, Epstein, and McMullen coming up. Wilhelm winds and deals the flutter ball. It's a double question mark. And that is going to be a star line hit to right, but not deep. Under it is Rocky Colavito for out number 1. Mike Epstein comes to the plate. 1 for 4. Wilhelm. Here's the flutter ball. Strikeout check, but too high. Epstein launches it to center and deep, but playable for Tommy Agee. 2 down. And now McMullen, 2 for 4. Wilhelm winds and deals. Double question mark again, but a right-handed batter. McMullen swings, hits it in the air to right. This one more normal for Colavito. He puts it away for out number 3, and the Senators are retired in the 11th. We go to the bottom of the 11th with your score. Senators 2, White Sox 2. Baldwin back out. The Senators bullpen is cooking again. Bob Pretty and Dick Lines. Lefty-righty double-barreled action just the way Gil Hodges likes it. A pinch hitter for Wilhelm is coming, and then Rocky Colavito, then Jerry McNertney, or maybe another pinch hitter. Smokey Burgess is going to be your pinch hitter for Wilhelm here in the 11th. Burgess for Wilhelm. Leading off the 11th. Baldwin winds and deals. That is a hit if he's fatigued, but he's not. Ground ball hit to Epstein. Mike gloves it and takes it to the bag himself. They get Smokey Burgess by 14 steps. There's 1 down in the White Sox 11th. Now it's Colavito. Baldwin to Colavito. Is a walk check, but an 18 is too high. Colavito swings. Ground ball, McMullen. He gloves it and throws to Epstein for out number 2. Now it's McNertney. Do they hit for McNertney? No, they're not going to hit for McNertney. He's going to bat. Baldwin is fatigued. The pitch, strikeout check, but a 13 is too high. McNertney swings. Ground ball, Epstein. He's going to flip to Baldwin covering, and that will retire the Sox in the 11th. We go to the 12th with your score. Washington 2 and Chicago 2. All right, so Wilhelm's day is done. The new White Sox pitcher will be Tommy John. Tommy John had 2 relief appearances, 1 in the final weekend of the season, 10-13 with a 2.47 ERA in 178 innings. He had 29 starts. Camilli is up. On deck is Brinkman. And then a pinch hitter for Baldwin. Top of the 12th, 2-2 game. Tommy John winds and deals to Camilli. And that will be an open result to the catcher. Hit in the air to left. Ken Berry is there toward the line, calling and catching for out number 1. Now it's Brinkman. Brinkman pinch ran in the 10th. John winds and deals. Single if he's fatigued. He's not fatigued. Hit in the air to center. Tommy Agee coming in a few steps. He makes the catch for out number 2. And now we will get a pinch hitter for Dave Baldwin. And that will be Cap Peterson. Cap Peterson batting for Baldwin. Dick Lines or Bob Pretty will be the new pitchers in the Chicago 12th. 2 outs, nobody on. John winds and deals. A single if he's fatigued, but he's not. Peterson swings, and it's a base hit through second base. Past Al Weiss, and Peterson is on as the go-ahead run. Here comes the creeper, Ed Stroud, and we're going to see a hitter for him. The creeper's day is done after a crisp 0 for 5. Coming to the plate for Washington will be Hank Allen. Savarin is on deck. We're in the 12th. It's 2-2. Go ahead, run it first, and Cap Peterson. Tommy John the stretch and the delivery. It's a range check at the ballpark. Base hit to left field. Hank Allen has a chance to stretch this, but Cap Peterson's right in front of him. We'll see how adventurous Cap Peterson's going to get. And with Ken Berry in front of him, he's not going to get adventurous, so he's going to put on the brakes at second. There's 2 on. Now with 2 outs for Savarin. Tommy John in a jam, but he's got 2 outs. Hondo Howard at the plate, or is in the on-deck circle. Gary Peters is warming up for the White Sox. And so is Bruce Howard. Lefty-righty double-barreled action in the Sox bullpen. All right. So it's Savarin against the left-hander. Savarin, a switch hitter. He'll bat righty against Tommy John. John to the stretch and the delivery. It's an open result against the right-handed hitting Savarin, and it's a comebacker. Gloved by Tommy John. He flips to Pete Ward at first, and that retires the Senators in the 12th. And the Red Sox die a little bit more. All right, so what do we got here? We need a pitcher for the Senators. Fred Valentine is going to move to center field. Cap Peterson is going to go play right field. And the new pitcher will bat leadoff for the Senators, and that will be Bob Pretty. Bottom of the 12th, Pretty is on. Now, in 1967, Bob Pretty went 3-7 with 4 saves and a 3.44 ERA in 110 innings of work. Hanson, Weiss, and Berry are coming up 6, 7, 8 for the White Sox in the bottom of the 12th. On the White Sox bench, in case you're scoring at home, and if you are, oh my goodness, they have the following players left. They have Marv Staley, Jimmy Stewart, who thinks it's a fantastic life, Wayne Causey, Bill Voss, Dwayne Josephson, and Dick Kenworthy. And Eddie Sankey is thanking his lucky stars for expanded rosters in September and October. All right. So Hanson will lead off against Pretty. On deck is Berry. Bob Pretty winds and delivers. A strikeout check. Strikeout check. Hey, struck him out. No, he didn't. Yes, he did. He struck him out. There's 1 gone in the Sox 12th. Here comes Al Weiss. They could hit for him. They're not gonna. Open. Weiss hits it to left. Coming on is Frank Howard for out number 2. And now Ken Berry. Pretty winds and deals. Strikeout check, and hey, struck him out. A 1-2-3, 12th inning. We go to the 13th. With your score, Washington 2, Chicago 2. Gonna have a new pitcher coming on for the White Sox. It's gonna be Bruce Howard. And he will face Frank Howard, Fred Valentine, and Mike Epstein, the 3, 4, 5 hitters in the Washington order in the top of the 13th. Howard winds and deals to Howard. It's a strikeout check, and hey, struck him out. 1 gone in the Washington 13th. Fred Valentine, 0 for 5. Bruce Howard, 3-10 on the 67 season with a 3.43 ERA and 112 innings. The pitch to Valentine is a ballpark check. Tapper in front of the plate. McNertney's on it. He fires to Ward, and there's 2 down. Now it's Epstein. Mike Epstein, 1 for 5. He has scored a run. Howard winds and deals. Open result to Epstein. He swings and hits it on the ground to Pete Ward, who will take it to first unassisted. And the Senators are retired in the 13th. We go to the bottom of the 13th. With your score, Washington 2, Chicago 2. Drama. Pennant race, 1967 style. It's Ward, AG, and Buford in the bottom of the 13th. For the Senators, it's Dick Lines and Dick Nold, a couple of Dicks in the Washington bullpen. Ward is at bat. Pretty winds and deals. Range check. A comebacker. Does Pretty get a glove on it? Yes. He knocks it down, picks it up, throws to Epstein, and there's 1 gone in the Chicago 13th. Now it's AG. Tommy is 2 for 5. Pretty winds and deals. Strikeout check. 15 is too high. AG, comebacker. 1 more chance for Pretty. He underhands this one to Epstein, and there's 2 gone. Now it's Buford. Standing in the on-deck circle is Howard. But if Buford reaches, Howard won't bat. The pitch. Strikeout check, too high for Buford. Ground ball, McMullen. He's got it and then throws to Epstein, and that retires the Sox in the 13th. We're going 14 on the last day of the season. I'll tell you what, if we are doing a 1-game playoff, the Sox bullpen's going to be a hurting unit. Bruce Howard is out for inning number 2. He will face McMullen, Camilli, and Brinkman in the Senator 14th. McMullen, 2 for 5. The pitch to Ken McMullen is a strikeout check, too high. McMullen swings. Hit in the air to left. Ken Berry calling and taking for out number 1. We're in the 14th. 2-2 game. If the Sox win, they win the pennant. Howard winds and deals to the 2 for 5, Doug Camilli. Open. Camilli, a comebacker, gloved by Howard. He turns and throws to Pete Ward for out number 2. Now it's Brinkman. Sox fans exhausted in the stands. The pitch from Bruce Howard is a walk check, and he does draw a 2-out walk as a 188 hitter. That'll bring Cap Peterson to the plate. Cap is 1 for 1. Howard the stretch and the delivery. It's a strikeout check, but too high. Peterson swings and hits it on the ground to Al Weiss. He gloves it and throws to Ward. That will retire the Washington Senators in inning number 14. We go to the bottom of the 14th with your score. Sox 2, Senators 2. Pretty out for inning number 3. He's been perfect so far. We will have a pinch hitter for Bruce Howard. Gary Peters throwing in the bullpen. He will be the next White Sox pitcher. In fact, Gary Peters is going to be the pinch hitter. Peters will pinch hit for Howard in the 14th. 212 hitter with a pair of homers on the season. He was a pinch hitter and a pinch runner for Eddie Stanky. He will also come in to pitch if we go 15. Pretty winds and delivers to Peters. And it's a strikeout check, and it's too high. Peters swings. Ground ball McMullen. He gloves it and throws to Epstein for out number 1 in the 14th. Now it's Colavito. Pretty winds and deals to the rock, and it's a chance. No. Yes, it could be. To left and deep. Who is it? Howard to the wall. Is it out of here? No, it's not. It's not out of here. Colavito swings at the next one and hits it on the ground to Ed Brinkman. He's up with it and throws to Epstein. That's twice Colavito hit long foul balls. Now it's McNertney, the Sox catcher, with 2 outs in the bottom of the 14th. Nobody on. Pitch to Jerry is a base hit. He's on because Pretty is fatigued. Now it's Hansen. Ron Hansen, the Sox shortstop, is 0 for 5. The pitch to Ron. And I'm dropping dice left and right. There we go. All right, that's an open result on Pretty's card. Hansen, ground ball, Savarin. He's going to go the short way to Brinkman, and that will retire the side in the 14th. We're going 15. Last day of the season. If the Sox win, it's over. The pennant race is theirs. Gary Peters is on for the Sox. He had 2 relief appearances in the season. We're going to get a pinch hitter now for Bob Pretty. Running out of him, Paul Casanova will be the batter. He's going to bat for Pretty to lead off the 15th. One man left on Gil Hodges' bench. It's Bernie Allen. I think that's it. I think that's all he's got other than pitchers. It is. All right. Casanova up there. Peters winds and deals to Paul Casanova. It's an open result. Base hit through second base. Casanova's on. Now it's Savarin. Savarin, an average bunter. Will they ask him to bunt? We're in the 15th. It's a 2-2 game. Peters the stretch and the delivery. Savarin is bunting. He gets it down. It is gloved by Pete Ward. He turns and flips to Al Weiss covering. And Casanova gets to second base with one out. Now it's Howard. But they're going to walk him and pitch to Valentine. So it took the bat out of Howard's hands. 2 on now with 1 out for Valentine. Peters' pitch is hit to center. Under it is AG, and there are 2 gone. Epstein now with the lefty-lefty matchup against Peters. Pitch to Peters is a walk check, and he does walk Epstein. The bases are loaded with Senators. 2 outs, top of the 15th. McMullen is due. The pitch to Ken. Strikeout check, too high. McMullen swings. Hits it in the air to right. On the run is Colavito. Warning track. Makes the catch for out number 3. The bases were dripping with Senators, but they could not score. We go to the bottom of the 15th. 2-2 in Chicago. Now, it's going to be Dick Lines coming in to pitch, and he will bat in the top spot in the order. He is a left-hander. 2 and 5, 4 saves, 336 earned run average. And he takes over in the 15th. Al Weiss ready to lead off. He's 0 for 1. The pitch from Lines is a strikeout check, but a 14's too high. Weiss, ground ball McMullen. He's up with it and throws to Epstein for out number 1. Now it's Ken Berry. Ward is on deck. No sign of the Beaver. The pitch is a strikeout check, but that's too high. Berry swings, ground ball McMullen. One more time. Fires to Epstein for out number 2. And now it's Pete Ward. 0 for 3 in the game. He came in the game in the bottom of the 8th. The pitch from Lines to Ward is a home run check. It's to right and deep. Did Ward get enough of it? No, he didn't. It's a foul ball. Popped him up on the next pitch. Brinkman calling and Brinkman taking for out number 3. We're going 16 innings today or more. All right, Gary Peters back out for inning number 2 of work. He will face McMullen, Camilli, and Brinkman in the Washington 16th. The pitch to Camilli from Peters is a hit to left and deep. Did he get it? Camille down the line. No, it's foul. Foul ball. Next delivery to Camille is hit in the air to right, but not deep. Here comes Calavito on the run, and he gets there to make the catch, and there's one gone in the 16th. Now it's Brinkman. Base hit for Brinkman. The tired Peters gives up the single, and now the Sox bullpen's going to get cooking again. They were hoping to get one more inning out of him. Cisco Carlos, Jim O'Toole. Lefty-righty double-barreled action, just the way Eddie Stanky likes it. The pitch to Cap Peterson with one out. Strikeout check and hey, oh no, it's a walk check. My mistake, and he walks him. Controversial call. Looked good from here. Cap Peterson draws the walk, and now it'll be the pitcher. Dick Lines due. There is only one pinch hitter left, and that's the left-handed batting Bernie Allen. So he will be used now by Gil Hodges. With one out, Brinkman at second, Peterson at first. Peters the stretch. Double question mark. Base hit through the middle, Bernie Allen. Now, where are the runners going? They're waving Brinkman, I can tell already. Will he try to score? He will, and he will. It's 3-2 Senators on the pinch hit single by Bernie Allen. Going to third is Peterson, maybe? No. He stops at second. That will do it for Gary Peters. It's going to be Cisco Carlos. In the 16th, 3-2 Washington. The Red Sox breathing a little easier. Saverin at the plate. Peterson at second. Allen at first. Bernie Allen at first. Carlos the stretch. He was 2-0 with an 0.86 ERA. He's a right-hander. The pitch. Hey, struck him out. 2 gone. And now it's Hondo Howard. Carlos the stretch checks the runners. The delivery to Hondo is an open result. Ground ball, Ron Hansen. He's going to go the short way to Weiss, and that will retire the Senators in the 16th. But they get a run on 2 hits and leave 2. We go to the bottom of the 16th. Senators with a chance to win. It's 3-2 Washington. All right, so the new pitcher for the Senators will be Casey Cox, a right-hander. He will bat first in the order. And he will face A.G. Buford and a pinch hitter for Cisco Carlos. The Sox need a run to keep it going. No action in the Washington bullpen. It's up to Casey Cox. In 1967, Cox was 7-4 with a save and a 2.96 ERA and 73 innings of work. He was a reliever in 54 games. AG is up. He's 2 for 6. He's leading off the bottom of the 16th. Sox need a run to keep it going, 2 to walk it off. The pitch to Tommy is an open result. Tommy swings, ground ball, Brinkman. He's up with it and throws to Epstein for out number 1. Now it's Buford. Moving into the on-deck circle is Wayne Causey to bat for Cisco Carlos. Buford, 1 for 6. No, excuse me, 1 for 5 with a walk. Pitch from Casey Cox. Open. Buford, ground ball, Brinkman. Up with it. Throws to Epstein. And the last chance saloon is going to be Wayne Causey. Causey batting for Carlos. On deck, Calavito, who's come so close to winning it a couple of times. Cox winds and deals to Causey. Is a ballpark check. Last chance saloon coming up. Caught by Frank Howard to win the game for the Senators. Holy Toledo, the Red Sox have life. Tomorrow we will have the Red Sox and the Twins. If the Red Sox win, that will force a 1-game playoff on Wednesday, which we will have. If the Red Sox lose, then the White Sox win the pennant. They back in. Your totals go like this. For the Senators, 3 runs. I'm going to have to take my socks and shoes off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 hits. And they committed 1 error. The White Sox, 2 runs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 hits. And they committed 1 error. The winning pitcher is Dick Lines. The losing pitcher is Gary Peters. And the save goes to Casey Cox. Back here tomorrow, 6 p.m., Minnesota at Boston. Dean Chance for the Twins, Jim Lonborg for the Red Sox. If the Red Sox win, we do a 1-game playoff on Wednesday to decide the pennant. If the Red Sox lose, the White Sox win the pennant. Thanks for being with me in a marathon, fun game, inside pitch. So long, everybody.